What if I told you that there's a treatment in psychiatry that is fast, doesn't require lifelong medication, is highly effective, 60 to 80% response rate in things like depression and unaliving thoughts. And on top of all of that, it is very underutilized and very highly stigmatized. That treatment is what is known as ECT, or electroconvulsive therapy. Now, if you're in the United States and you ever watched a very popular movie called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, it is about a state psychiatric hospital way back in the day that pretty much did ECT without anesthesia, and it was depicted as very much like a torture scene. A lot of people blame that movie in particular for stigmatizing ECT, but really ECT has been stigmatized, throughout its existence. However, stigma and social narrative aside, what the data actually shows about ECT is that it is very effective for remission of depression. It is very effective for unaliving thoughts. It is very effective for treatment-resistant depression. And oftentimes when people get ECT, if they failed a medication in the past, they can retry that medication after a course of ECT, and it might work better than it did before. And the reason for that is that ECT actually promotes neuronal growth in your brain. So it's almost like when you give a medication that you tried in the past to a person who did ECT, it's almost like you're giving it to a new brain. Now, with all that being said, ECT is not side effect free. Everything has side effects. The biggest risk people face when they get ECT is something called retrograde amnesia, meaning they have trouble recalling past events or events around the time they had the ECT. And a lot of the times that is a transient thing. It tends to go away as people get better, but sometimes it sticks around a bit longer. But the reason why I am talking about ECT is because it is truly life-changing and at times life-saving. And the idea that someone out there is not able to get treatment because of a stigma that does not apply to the treatment is a devastating reality. I hope this was informative. If you have any questions about psychiatry or ECT, please let me know below.